Hey everybody, it's Clay on the trail. Getting out, I'm up at Christmas Meadows. Just gonna do a little day hike today. Just needed to get out. It's been about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks since I've been anywhere. I went for a drive up here yesterday. I was actually surprised how far the snow's gone. Got all sorts of plants growing, water running everywhere. Definitely the time of year a guy wants his Gore-Tex shoes. But let's go see if we can find some moose. Pretty normal for this year, but there's a lot of deadfall up here. This is, trying to figure it out, 2 trees. This one tree has 3 tops. So it's really windy today. Hopefully that's not screwing up my sound. But in the trees here, it's not so bad. So if you watched my last video from North and South Mule Canyon down in the desert by Cedar Mesa, quite a difference in terrain. Had to hike a half mile out of the way to find water. Well, half mile each way out of the way to find water before we popped up on the mesa there. Here, not so much a problem. Especially this time of year. So if you didn't watch that, check it out. Some cool country down there. So I almost brought my snowshoes just strapped on my day pack because I figured to be running into snow everywhere. I mean, there's a patch, but nothing. Glad I didn't carry the extra weight. River down there, flowing 3 times normal. And lots of deadfall. We're definitely hitting more snow now than we were at the beginning, but I mean, goodness. Nice trails and water everywhere. So the trail is going up the hill away from the meadow on the bottom. It just does it for a short distance. Lots and lots of rocks. It does help with the views though. All right, dropping off the hill back down into the meadow. I don't think that stretch is like a half-mile long, if that. So this is the area I oftentimes am confronted with moose. So I've been being really careful coming through here, but haven't seen any. There's been some moose poop on top of the snow, so I know they're up here. Getting chorused by frogs, wind through the trees. I need to get up here a little ways and have a fire, and that will complete everything I needed to have today. The boreal frogs are out. So down through here, the river gets split into, I don't know, 10 different channels. So here's a couple of them. Water's running like all but clear, which is kind of weird because where they all merge together, it's a big muddy, silty mess. I almost brought my fly pole, but I figured the water would be too muddy. But with the wind blowing like it is, I couldn't throw a fly out here today if I tried. Oh, it looks like I'm almost to the wilderness area if I am remembering the trail right. It's just through this meadow and up just a little bit. All right. Here's that little meadow I was seeing through the trees. And lo and behold, there's a wilderness sign. So back when my kids were young, you've seen them now, they're all in their 20s. Every summer, late summer, they would, at some point in time, close down the fires, your ability to have fires, but never in the wilderness area. So this was the hike that my family did, because it's, I don't know, like 2.5 miles to the wilderness area. And I started my kids out pretty young, so at 5 years old, a 5-mile hike was not out of the question. We did it in 10 hours, but still did it. But we would come up here just to the wilderness area, and up here, the middle fork of the Bear River, and I'd like to say it's the Ostler Fork, but I'm not positive on that. They all merge together, and we would come up here just past the wilderness boundary, sit down, have a picnic lunch, have a fire, play in the river. A lot of fond memories. All right, so I've been seeing dog tracks all the way up here, and I just ran into a nice gentleman with a German Shepherd. My dog being an Australian Shepherd, I'm guessing are in the same family, but boy, are they different dogs. But they had a nice exchange of hellos. And I made it. Well, I made it to where this is where my family would always come to. This big open area here. We'll walk over to the river, but it's roaring today. It is not the place you'd want to get in. I'm gonna walk up the trail, I don't know, half mile towards Amethyst Lake. There's a beautiful gorge that comes through there, a canyon, I guess. Lots of water, little short falls. We'll go check it out, but this is about as far as I'm going today. There's a whole little area full of spring beauties. Have a little edible bulb if you've never tried one. Consistency of a mushy apple. Hardly any taste at all. And then when you're done eating it, you get just a little bite, minuscule of radish. I don't like radishes, but I can eat these. Alright, I had a nice little break. I brought kind of a funny lunch. I'd like to eat something, but my lunch is kind of an all-at-once deal. Once you open it, you gotta eat it. So I'm gonna head up towards the Amethyst Lake. Not going that far. I didn't bring my snowshoes for one. Eventually up here it is gonna be a field of snow, but just up a ways. So I can hear the wind through the trees. Is just a steady noise. But this up here sounds like thunder. And it can only be the river. So this is what the trail looks like as far as I can see, which isn't horribly far, but I am going to go up a little bit further. But if it's slogging through shin-deep snow the whole way, I've seen what I wanted to see. Alright, so lunch today, I bought a new flavor. This is cashew butter instead of peanut butter with a sour cherry spread. I really enjoyed the peanut butter and the blueberry. It was really, really good. And my wife, she knows how to bake bread. She did some extra roll dough and she made one into a loaf. So I stole it for lunch. So there we go, fire, roaring river, snow-capped mountains. Who could ask for more? Cashew butter and sour cherry. Yum, yum. All right, there's all the info on this called Split. 160 calories, raw cashews, sugar, cherries, and pectin. That's all that's in it. And this one is delicious. I like the other one, but this one's even better. So, bought them off Amazon. All right, fire's out, drenched it with snow and scattered it. One last view. I'm going to head back down the trail. All right, guys, back to the trail junction. And out. Really has been a beautiful day. The temperature couldn't be better. All that water feature up the trail there was really beautiful, but it was deafening. When I had my lunch, I got far enough away from it, I didn't have to listen to it anymore. But it was beautiful to look at. So I'm just gonna mosey. This is all I had to do all day today. Although if I get back, I always find something to do. There's no problem with that. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. Feels really good to get out again, somewhere where there isn't snow everywhere. For all you guys that are jonesing to get up here, you know, the big destinations, the lakes, still froze over and still packed in snow, but there's plenty of places to go. Just to come up here and just get in one of these meadows and lean up against the rock and smell a campfire. Went a long ways for me today. So thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to grow my channel and I need the support of you viewers. Thank you, and get out and explore.